This video is really about leadership, and you get a lot of people that feel like they are leaders because of who they are. They may be at the top of the order, top of the rank, and they may feel like, well, I'm here at the top, I'm head honcho, I'm the leader. But then when you look at them, they're not really exuding that example. They're wanting people to follow them, but they really don't know where they're going. Then you have those leaders that know where they're going, but they're not willing to ask for help when they need help. They may have some navigational issues, some directional issues. They may have all of these issues, but they're not willing to ask for help. They're not willing to stay and live humble, knowing that even as a leader, you have to go and seek counsel, wise counsel. Then there are the leaders who understand that they will need other people because, just like one of my other videos, they're willing to stay in that lane. You see a lot of these Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 1000, Fortune 50, they are willing to say, look, this is outside of my hand and expertise. Let me go and ask this person over here to help me with that. Like, I'm a big fan of Apple. Apple does not make and produce everything that they have when it comes to their devices. But they're not afraid to go to another company and say, hey, we need you to make a different lens. We need you to make multiple lenses. We need you to make a shutter that's a lot faster to capture the video. And then they're going to go and put together the software. They may not have someone who is in their software division who's really good at creating a lot of different sensors. Because in your Apple Watch, my Apple Watch, there's a sensor. I don't fall a lot, but if I do something and I hit my watch too hard, it's instantly saying, okay, you fell. You got 10 seconds to stop this alert or we're calling the police. That is a sensor. I walk a lot, I work out a lot. It can tell me my heart rate, which I am grateful of because I like measuring my heart rate and seeing where it is, especially my resting heart rate. Well, Apple did not have the ability to stay the leader in mobile devices, software, and everything that they do without saying, we need some collaborators. We need to pull this person from over here, this person from over there. And then you have some of those leaders who are saying, I can lend my expertise to your marketplace and help you expand market share. Jack Dorsey, look at what he did for Twitter. And yes, he's the CEO of Square, which is great. But look at how he's expanded Square Cash to where now you can accept Bitcoin. You can share Bitcoin. You can not only send money, but you can have your money directly deposited to your account. Square is now a company that you can run your business from. They give you access to their website. Not only that, they're the kind of leaders that give you open source material so that as you're saying, I want to create my own, you can go and look at how they created it and follow their blueprint. Tesla did the same thing. They opened up a lot of their patents to the world to where you can start following what they did for their electric vehicles. That's because they're a leader. So if you're finding yourself being with a leader who wants you to respect them and even fear them, I fear no man. Because the only man we're supposed to fear, the only thing we're supposed to fear is God. For the Bible says, fear no man whose breath is in his nostrils. But when you fear that person, you're not fully expressed because that leader is not wanting you to help further the cause. They're just looking for control. There are leaders who are just looking for control. They're looking to be the person that says, hey, look at me. Hey, look at me. That's not a leader you want to be around. You don't want to be around a leader who's not willing to serve. Because ultimately, servants are people who become leaders. We don't come here equipped for the leadership, but we are being equipped for the call of leadership. And there are some leaders who want to say, I'm the head honcho or head honcha for the women. But they're not leading you. They're just saying, hey, look at me. And they're willing to tell you everything that's wrong. But when you ask for how do you do it, They'll say, I don't know, figure it out. Then there are some of the leaders who will see a problem, walk past a problem, and then come back and fuss at everyone because they're in leadership and they feel like, well, y'all should have took care of it. Yeah, but you're the leader. Lead by example. We all walk by it because you walk by it. You're not giving us an example to monitor and practice and market ourselves similar to how you move. We can align to your leadership the way that you want us to align to your leadership because you're not willing to look in the mirror. Leaders must be willing to look in that mirror and say, what do I need to fix about me? Because I am a shepherd. And if my sheep was not open enough to say, you got something on your face, something is wrong. Because then that means you're not open enough to any criticism, any help, any assistance. You're prideful. And pride comes before a great fall. So ask yourself, who is your leader? And being a leader myself, how is my leadership? What's my leadership style? Because that's something that I need to make sure that I am putting in that mold and that example so that the people who are behind me are following. I'm a shepherd, but you can't be a sheep trying to be a leader. You just can't. Because I remember the quote, do you want to see a sheep leading 100 lions or one lion leading 100 sheep? Well, I'm that lion. And there's going to be 100 sheep behind me that are modeling my way of life. But if I'm only saying you need to follow me because I'm that lion or lioness, it's not going to work. Because if we're passing by water and I keep saying that's not complicated enough for us to go after, I just basically dehydrated half of my flock because they may be tired. They might not have the stamina that I have. If I am finding myself passing by those green pastures saying, well, that's not difficult enough, I need to be able to demonstrate how strong and how smart I am, I may have lost 80% of my flock because I may have starved them. They're not going to have the stamina and endurance that I have, or the strength for that matter. I'm not going to lead my herd into something that is stupid or disastrous, especially if I see it and I don't completely have a handle on it. That's when I go and seek some other lioness in another clan that can help me. And I'm not just wanting you to follow me because I am a lioness, because I am a leader. But there's a vision that I must have that shows you this is where we're walking into. This is where we're going. But if you're a leader and you can't tell anybody where they're going, but you're constantly blaming the sheep for something that you're not doing or something else, eventually people are going to fall off and they're going to say, man, how are we going to follow you when we're asking you how and you keep saying, figure it out? How are we going to follow you when we are looking for your leadership, yet all you could do is tell us what we did wrong? It doesn't work like that. That's how you find a lot of people who claim that they're leaders having one person. That's a whole nother conversation for another day, but what kind of leader are you? And who is your leader? Are they saying just follow me and not paying attention to the fact that you may be hurt? Don't put things in place to help you if you are hurt? Or are they telling you, you too weak, you can't be here with me? That's just my thoughts this morning, because I'm really fascinated by a lot of things and I want to start sharing it because that's how I think. Being a leader, especially someone who has a lot of children around me, I'm that example. I'm not cold when I go outside, but I can't go outside in shorts, a t-shirt, and barefoot and expect for them not to want to play outside barefoot with no coat on. I have to change that. I can't be a leader and try to push them to do good in school. I don't have to always be in school, but I'm learning what I need to know to help them because my leadership is on the line. My leadership is in question. So ask yourself, who is my leader and how is my leadership? And what am I willing to do about it if that leadership looks broken, whether from me or from them? And so, yes, my name is Brittany Simone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Take that question on throughout your life and look at some of the things you are in, because just a small little tweak in things can make a really big difference. The straw that broke the camel's back, very small, very small. But there can be differences and there can be change, but you have to be willing to say, you know what, I need to. Because we go from glory, and sometimes as a leader, we can get stuck in those glory days. And then we find ourselves wearing Jerry curls when that's no longer the style. But that's enough for today. Be safe, stay well, love on your people while they're here, and hope everyone does, what they need to do to have a productive day. So, hasta luego.